Hi, I'm Tara and welcome to your practice. Today we're going to be exploring the sun salutations. We're going to be doing a long and slow and steady exploration of the sun salutations to build stability in the body, to build a good foundation, and also to create some fluidity and some elegance in your movements. So take your time, there's no rush. We want to build strength and flexibility so that you can start to feel at home in your body and very, very comfortable in this practice. So we're going to begin by lying down on the floor with our knees bent. So come and lie down so that your back is flat on the floor and you can relax your shoulder blades. The knees are bent. Just take a few deep inhalations here. Breathing through both nostrils, with every exhalation calming the nervous system, connecting down into the earth. Relax the back body and let the mind soften and quieten. You're going to bend your knees up to your chest and we're going to hug the knees up to the chest. So you can clasp your hands or catch your wrists and just draw the knees in close towards your upper body. Relax the back body, see that your neck is long, and relax the abdomen and the belly region. Stay here for some moments, just breathing deeply and bringing some flexibility, some elasticity into the hip joint. Deeply inhaling and deeply exhaling. And then we're going to take our arms out wide to the side and we're going to let our knees drop to the right hand side. So try to keep this left shoulder area down towards the floor. Relax the left arm, relax the left shoulder, and with your right hand, you're just going to clasp the outside edge of the left knee and hold the knees in place. Breathe. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation, breathing into the left side body. Filling up those internal spaces with the light of your breath. And if you feel there is a block or some tension or some resistance, take your breath there. And then let's change other side. Knees come over to the left. We bend up our left arm. We catch the outside edge of the knee, holding the knees in place. Bring your head back to center and release the right arm back down to the floor. Deeply inhaling and deeply exhaling. Breathe into the right side body. Breath, carving out new spaces within you. And then we're going to come back to center. And now we're going to go much faster. We're going to go to the right and to the left. So you keep your arms well extended on the floor. Activate your feet, activate your arms and your palms. And we're going to bend the knees down to the right, come back to center, and roll over to the left. And we're just going to keep this fluid movement, right to left, left to right. This is going to heat the body up. So this is a great exercise to do on cold days. It's also going to stimulate the digestive system and give our internal organs a nice massage. We're looking for control and fluidity. Mobilizing the spine, the rib cage, the waist, just a couple more times on each side. And slowly coming back to center, hugging the knees up once again. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. slowly we're going to roll over, and we're going to come onto our hands and knees now. So you can find a comfortable position on your hands and knees. We're going to have our knees hip width apart and our hands at the width of the shoulders. And we're going to come into cat and cow pose. So you're going to be arching your back, coming into that full spinal extension. So not just arching, but lengthening, and then releasing and pushing into the back body. Try to activate each vertebra and find a rhythm that works for you. When we lift the head up, we lengthen through the spine, through the neck. And when we release the head down, we push the back body up towards the ceiling. Twice more. And then slowly coming back to a neutral position. So find that neutrality throughout the spine. We're going to bring our knees together and we're just going to start opening the backs of the legs. So you can turn your toes under. I'm just going to walk myself a little forwards here. Turn your toes under and open up the back of the leg, back of the knee. Stretch back into your heel and try to feel the strength of your leg, that solidity. Opening up the calf muscle, the back of the knee, and then release and change. Pushing back, taking your weight right back into that heel. Push yourself back. My palms are nice and open on the floor, my arms are straight, solid. And then once again, keeping the breath constant. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. And then last time, left knee down, right leg extended, lengthen through your spine. And then release and come down. We're going to prepare for dog pose now. So you're going to take your knees apart. We're going to stretch our arms forwards. And we're going to come up onto our toes into a dog pose with the knees slightly bent. So just take a moment here, working on the arms, okay? So we're going to try and take our back body in, lengthening our spine, lengthening our arms, and taking our chest towards our thighs. Breathe. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Long spine, long side body, strong arms. And from here you can see if you can start to walk one heel down to the floor and then the other. And you're going to explore this movement of lengthening one leg down and then the other without any rush. And then let's release and come down, coming down to a resting position, releasing your head down to the floor, feet are together, knees are apart. And then once again, we're going to come up. So extend your arms forward, have a nice wide base here in the hands. Come up once again, dog pose. So this is a great pose for creating length and strength in the body. We're starting with our knees slightly bent. Create some height in the pose. And then you can start to extend one leg down and then the other, lengthening down into the heels. Opening up the pelvic region, mobilizing the pelvic region. Breathe. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. And now let's see if we can lengthen both heels down towards the floor. Long, slow, strong movements. Lengthening both heels down, drawing the knees up. And then release and come down. And we're resting once again by taking the knees apart, bringing the head down to the floor, and releasing. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Okay, so we're going to come up into dog pose again, and this time we're going to come into plank. So first of all, let's come into our dog, creating that length and that strength in the legs, and then we're going to come forwards. So I'm coming onto my forearms. My forearms are straight, my elbows are straight, and I'm taking the weight back into my heels. Breathe here. Now come down, bend the knees. We're going to come knees, chest and chin, Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming down to the floor and then releasing the pelvic region down into the floor. Taking the hands in by my side body and slowly lifting myself up into Bhujangasana. I'm going to do this 3 times. Let's release down. Tops of my feet are on the floor. Lengthen your legs back. Press your hands down into the floor. Elbows are bent. Press the tailbone down towards the floor and slowly lift yourself up. Curving the spine up. We don't ever completely straighten the arms like this, okay? Always a slight mini bend in the elbows. Lift your chin up, lift your chest up, and then slowly releasing down once again. Breathe. One more time. Bhujangasana. Vertebra by vertebra, we lift up, connecting with the muscles on the back body, taking the tailbone in, pinning the tailbone down towards the floor, and then releasing down. And pushing back into dog pose. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Let's walk forwards, striding one leg forwards and then the other. I'm going to take a little mini bend here in the knees, fold the elbows and release the head down, Uttanasana. And we're just going to give a few little bounces here, okay? So just take some time to find a rhythm, bouncing from the legs and releasing the head down, releasing the spine down. Breathe. Let the spine become loose, as if you were shaking out the spine. And then slowly, slowly, let's see if we can straighten the legs by drawing the knees up and drawing the thighs up. Tighten the knees, tighten the thighs. And then to come up, we're going to bend the knees. We're going to look forwards, rolling the shoulders back, spine forwards, a nice and deep bend in the knees. Look forwards and then releasing the arms. Inhale and come up to standing. And then release, bringing the palms together. Just take a moment here. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling, calming the nervous system. Remember, we're looking for strength and fluidity through slowness, through taking our time. Let's slightly narrow the feet. We're going to do a full sun salutation. So extending the arms down towards the floor, feet are hip width apart, tuck the tailbone in, and then inhaling, raising the arms up, lift up, a nice long extension. Exhale, we're going to bend the knees, bring the hands onto our hips and look forwards. Roll the shoulders back. Coming down, folding down the spine, catch your elbows and give yourself a few bounces here so that you really shake the spine out so that there's no tension whatsoever in the spine. And then once you feel that the spine is completely loose, then you can start to straighten the legs and bring that opening into your back body, into your back, the back of each leg. And then we're going to take our hands down into the floor, center your right foot, lunge the left leg back and come down onto your back knee. Let's just take a moment here to open up the hip joints. So hands are on the hips and we're just coming up and down here. If the knee is uncomfortable on the floor, then you can fold your mat and you can just take a little bit more support for your knee here, okay? That's always an option. And otherwise, just coming up and down, feeling this extension on the left hip and creating more elasticity, flexibility in the right hip. Couple more times. Lifting the spine up. And then finally we're going to raise the arms up. Looking up towards your fingertips, create that lift and that height through your upper body. And then releasing the hands down. We're going to step back into dog pose now. So turn your toes under, push back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's take a few breaths here. And keep refining, keep looking for more space, more opening. And then the plank position, coming forwards, taking your weight back into your heels. Breathe. Knees, chest and chin. Chaturanga Dandasana and Bhujangasana. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation, 3 times. Keep your legs long on the floor. Press the palms down. Curling and uncurling, unfurling the spine. And looking for length at the same time. Once more, dog pose, push back. And find that symmetry in your pose, right side and left side body doing the same thing. Creating more elasticity, more length, more space. And we're going to look forwards and lunge our left leg forwards. Come down onto your right knee. As always, you can take support for your right knee. Hands on the hips. And coming up and down here. So really just taking our time to cultivate a strong practice, a strong body, without haste, without rushing. Feel what's happening in your body. Feel what your breath is doing. And then finally here, raising the arms up. And again, feel how the breath changes. Where are you breathing? And releasing the hands down, we're going to step the right leg forwards. And we're going to come into this bouncing action in Uttanasana. So you keep the knees nicely bent. And just gently bouncing here. Bouncing from the legs, letting the spine be loose. When you feel that the spine is completely unraveled, completely loose, then you start to straighten the knees, straighten the legs, release the head. Let your spine drop down, almost as if it's a dead weight. Just the spine loosely hanging and the legs super active. And then to come up, we bend our knees, we take our hands on the hips, we lengthen forwards, shoulders back, and then raising the arms. Inhale, and come back to Tadasana. Let's just take some moments to shake out any tension that might have accumulated. So you're going to come into the center of your mat and just bend your knees. And we're just going to twist. We're just going to turn the body from one side to the other. So my feet are firmly rooted, and I'm turning from the hips, from the knees, the waist. This is also great for the spine. It's going to stimulate the circulatory system, the flexibility of the spine, and it's just going to release any tension in the shoulders as well. And then slowly coming back to center. Tightening the legs once again. Badangulyasana. Let's interlace the fingers. Turn the wrists out. And raise the arms up. Rolling the shoulders back. So my arms are extended, my elbows are extended. I keep the tailbone tucked in. Okay? So move the tailbone deeply in and straighten the legs and feel that solidity coming in your legs. And then release. We're going to change the interlock of the fingers. And once more. Turning the wrists out, raising the arms up. Lifting your ribcage up away from the pelvic region. The tailbone stays tucked in and directed towards the floor, and the head is centered. Breathe. And then release and come down. And we're going to take the arms behind us, immediately behind us, to interlock the fingers here. So careful not to push the chest out, okay? Try and keep this energy contained. The shoulders go back and down. And we're going to breathe into our top chest, up towards your collarbones. Lengthen the triceps, lengthen the biceps, and feel a nice extension coming through the arms. And then change the interlock of the fingers here. And once again. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. And then release, and just shake out any tension that might have accumulated. We're going to repeat our sun salutation one more time. Long, slow, steady movements. Creating strength and grace and stability in the practice. Feet hip-width apart. Let's take our arms up. Inhale. And exhale. Hands on the hips. Bending the knees. Look forwards. Roll the shoulders back. Folding down. Catching your elbows. A few bounces here before coming into the full Uttanasana. drawing the knees up, drawing the thighs up. Let your spine be long, extended, loose. And then taking the hands down, center the right foot, lunge the left leg back, bring the knee down to the floor, hands on the hips. Just a couple of hip openers here, coming up and down a couple of times and then raising the arms up. Breathe. And release, dog pose, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Preparing for Chaturanga Dandasana, coming to the plank first of all. Strong pose, feel that strength in your body, the strength in your arms. Look forwards, heels back, come down onto your knees, chest and chin. And then Bhujangasana, just twice this time. Lengthening to go down, lengthening to come up. And then folding back into dog pose. Looking forwards, lunging your left leg forwards. Nice fluid movement as you come forwards. And the arms go up. Breathe, feeling how good it feels to be working with your body, to be nourishing yourself in this way. Bringing the hands down, let's come back to Uttanasana. And we're just going to come straight into the full pose here. So legs are straight. You should feel like you've already created a nice amount of space in the body. Catching the elbows, release the head down. Two more breaths here. Feet wide and spread on the floor. And then taking our hands onto our hips, bending our knees slightly, looking forwards, inhaling and coming up. Bringing the palms together. Deep inhalation. Deep exhalation. And we're going to come down onto the floor now. We're going to return to the floor to finish this practice lying down. We're going to come into the Baddha Konasana, okay, the butterfly pose. So I'll just show you from the front and then we'll lie down on our mats. So rolling the flesh of the calf muscles out. And bringing the heels close in towards the pelvic region, okay? So I shuffle the buttocks forward, the pelvic region forwards towards the heels. And then I'm going to slowly roll myself down. Keeping that heel buttock region close together. Slowly, slowly, slowly. We fold down, we relax down to the floor. You can have your arms by your side, or if you're more comfortable with the arms above the head, then you can fold the elbows and take the arms above the head. And this creates a nice long extension on the side body. But if you feel uncomfortable here, then just take your arms down beside you. Okay? I'm going to take this position. We're going to be here for a few moments. Deeply inhaling and deeply exhaling. And I want you to take the breath to the pelvic region, to guide the breath towards the hip joint, the groin, and let go of any tension or any resistance that exists in that area. If you have your elbows crossed, you can change the cross of the elbows. And just continue to let go around the pelvic region. With each exhalation, you visualize the body releasing, softening, quietening. Relax the face, relax the eyes, relax the forehead. And be a witness to how the body opens and softens and responds to the work, to the asana. Witness those changes, those transformations occurring internally. And those of us that have our arms above our head, we're going to release the arms and slowly bring them down to our sides. Gently opening the eyes if you have your eyes closed, and gently bringing the knees back to center. So we're going to do the counter posture now, just to release any kind of tension that may have occurred in the hips. I'm taking my feet to the edges of the mat, and I'm just folding my knees towards the center now. Just a few moments here. And from here we're going to come into Shavasana now. So please stretch out your legs. Let your legs come down to the floor. Feel a nice softening coming now in the hips and the knees. And just lift your head up a moment and just see that you're in alignment. Okay, so just check that your legs aren't going off to one side. Let the legs completely be soft. Lengthen your head down, your neck, roll the shoulders back, and let the arms gently fall to the floor. Let's take a few minutes in Shavasana to really integrate the work that we have just undertaken. Feeling all the vibrations, all the sensations resounding through the body. Relax the eyes in the sockets. Relax the mouth and the jaw and the tongue. Soften your back body and let all your internal organs go down towards the spine, towards the floor. And take a moment here to give thanks thanks for this time that you have had. To give thanks to the people who have made it possible for you to be here now, tuning in with yourself, nourishing yourself. We give thanks to our body and our breath for guiding us. And then slowly, we're going to bring ourselves back from Shavasana. Just take your time to move your fingers and toes. If you want to take a nice long stretch on the floor before coming back, you can do so. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to turn onto our right side before coming up to a seated position. So just gently roll over to your right, and then you can push yourself up from the right side, coming back slowly to a seated position, bringing your palms together and just connecting once more with the silence within, the silence of the heart, the peace of the heart. And we give thanks for having had this time, this opportunity, this moment to connect with ourselves. And we're going to finish our practice here today. Thank you.